Hey guys, just taking a quick look at the standings and a quick look at the some player stats. And man, look at this, guys! Wow, Dragons 5-1, Gators 5-1, Rhinos 5-1. Look at all the points that the Rhinos are scoring, outscoring everybody. Demons 4-2, Wildcats 4-2. A clear five right now that are dominating right now, for sure. And then look at all these people locked in at 3-3. Blue Jays, Cobras, Scorpions, Vipers, Werewolves, and Wolverines all locked up at 3-3. And honestly, like, a loss for these guys is huge right now because they'll be behind the pack of teams like bottlenecking. And yeah, it's only week 7 coming up. Week 7 coming up out of 15 weeks. So there's lots of football to play. But it's really cool to see how this is playing out. Um, Obviously, the Wolverines being 3-3 is amazing. Werewolves 3-3 is average for them. But the Vipers being 3-3 is definitely a shocker. Cobras 3-3, Blue Jays 3-3, Scorpions. These are all really, really good teams that play really good. Um, it's just a matter of who's gonna come through, who's playing who. And then these Bears and Monsters and the Piranhas at the bottom of the pack right now, and the Gorillas and Tigers struggling right now. Tigers only scored 100 points in 6 games. We'll take a look at the home. 3-0 for the Scorpions at home. Dragons and quite a few teams are 2-1 actually at home. The home record seems to be where it's at. And then on the road, the Dragons, Gators, Rhinos, Wildcats, and Blue Jays are undefeated on the road. Wow, that's pretty crazy to see. And then the Tigers, Gorillas, Monsters, and Scorpions haven't won on the road yet. So look at the Scorpions. They're 3-0 at home and 0-3 on the road. Yeah. Um yeah, that's really cool to see. I love looking at these standings. We'll take a quick look at the teams too. And I'll make a separate video for the individual stats, but I want to take a look at these points per game. Rhinos 37. That's a clear difference from everybody else. Dragons, Demons, Gators, Wildcats all up there. 2 Scorpions as well. And then 16.8 points per game for the Tigers. Werewolves at 18. Monsters 19.1. And yeah, the Piranhas also been struggling this season as well. Passing touchdowns, Wildcats have 17, but only 2 rushing touchdowns. Rhinos have 16 passing touchdowns and 10 rushing touchdowns. So they lead the pack in rushing touchdowns and are second for passing touchdowns. The Rhinos have been killing it, regardless of who they've been playing. They've been putting up a lot of points, over 220 points in 6 games. Scorpions 15 touchdowns as well. Piranhas and Vipers, Cobras throwing up lots of touchdowns. Rushing touchdowns 10 for the Rhinos. Gorillas actually have 9 rushing touchdowns so far in the season. Bears have 8 and Gators have 8 as well. Sacks allowed. The Rhinos have only allowed 3. Scorpions have only allowed 3. 5-5 for the Blue Jays. But let's take a look at who's allowed the most. The Gorillas have allowed 23 sacks so far. Piranhas have allowed 18. Wolverines 16. Gators 13. 23 sacks in 6 games. Ismail Pitts is getting beat up back there. Then we'll take a quick look at the defense, and then I'll end this video. The points per game allowed for the defense for the Wildcats is 17.8 points per game. Werewolves 20 points per game. And Blue Jays and Dragons, no wonder the Blue Jays and Dragons have been playing so well. And the Werewolves and Wildcats only allowing 20 points basically a game. And then points allowed per game for the defense is averaging 30.6 points per game for the poor Tigers. The Rhinos are allowing 29.8 points per game, just getting in shootouts every single game. But they're averaging 37 a game. So, but that's pretty incredible. Gorillas allowing 28 points. Piranhas and the Demons are also allowing 28 points per game. Average right now, going into week 7. And then sacks. The Dragons have got 17 sacks so far and 6 interceptions. Blue Jays have 15 sacks. No wonder they're playing so well. Their defense is really coming through for the Blue Jays. Tigers, 14 sacks. Werewolves, 11 sacks. Scorpions, 11 sacks. And then interceptions. The Vipers actually lead the league as a team with 7 interceptions so far. Bears, 6 interceptions. Rhinos, 6. And Dragons 6. That's pretty incredible. Fumble recoveries. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to take a look at that. In the next video, we'll take a look at these individual stats.